Hey, y'all from Texas.
Excellent. I guess that's the key. I don't know what. I don't know. I think it's our internet. That's what I think in this new house
You stinking?
because that's the only thing that's different. Hey, Uncle Dave's in the house.
Clear
Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Sherelle's in the house. Cindy. Yay. Okay, y'all know Cindy.
Wait.
What?
Y'all look down there.
Look at what?
Now it's good.
Yeah, Cindy.
That is my sister in Florida.
Cindy VK Travel is our travel agent, y'all. So if you need help, get a hold of Cindy. She's also in our Facebook cruise group, and she has her own Facebook page as well. That is Cindy, like VK Travel, I think, isn't it, Cindy?
Cindy
Yeah.
can confirm that for us.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Cindy. Good to see you.
Awesome. Hey, are y'all? Oh, man, I always end up talking about the weather at the beginning. Living in Texas, what else are you gonna talk about?
We got a cold front.
Because it's hot. What
We
is
got
it? Yeah, do we
got
get
a cold front.
What's the temperature today?
It's like 93 degrees.
Oh, it doesn't feel like 93
Feels
degrees.
like 100.
And now I'm even more warm because I had the whole sound drama.
I have that effect on some women.
95 feels like 101. Feels like 101.
That's what I said.
Isn't the feel like all that really matters?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
97. Mike says 97 here. He's
He's Houston.
downstate. Yeah. Ooh, wonder what your feel like is, Mike.
Probably 109.
Man. Okay, y'all. Well, this is what we're talking about today. You ready?
No.
Controversial cruise topics. So as we are talking about them yesterday.
It was ugly, y'all.
See, just the two of us talking. It was borderline ugly. And we love each other. So
we do, really.
I got my nose running. I completely understand how on the cruise boards, like perfect strangers, get in these arguments about the silliest things. I mean, we're going to go over what I got, like 6 things here, y'all. And some of them I have like what the cruise lines say is the policy, no matter what we experience as cruisers, because we all know that's a little different. You experience something and then you found out that the cruise policy is this, and you're like, well, that doesn't work like that in real life.
Uncle Dave.
Yes, Uncle Dave is saying, smash the like button. Thanks, Dave. Smash the like button. Yes. Oh, Mark, where are you? Mark says he's 84. Mark is somewhere much cooler. Oh yeah, Cindy's in Florida. She's a 91. Feel like 103.
Ooh.
Oh wow. But it's a dry heat.
No, it's not a dry heat.
No, it's not. It's neither is ours. Oh man. Okay, so we're just gonna get started because this first one is a little light.
Okay.
Ding,
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yep. Put up your dukes.
Okay. Put up your dukes. Let's get down to it.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, look at you. You actually cracked those.
Now we're ready.
That makes me hurt when you crack your knuckle. Okay. So, extender hub for your cabin. You know, I say this is a light one, but it's kind of not. Okay. So, and you'll know what I mean. All right. I'm going to get the one that I know is approved. Okay.
That's a go.
This is a USB hub. I got this off Amazon. Okay. I don't even know what brand it is. K-E-Y brand. Okay. But it's all it's only USB plugs. Okay. Uncle Dave says, I've been watching your channel for.
Dave, we would not ever judge you, sir.
I will just feel sorry.
If anybody
for
on this
you.
channel judges you, you let Sherry know.
I would feel sorry for you, Uncle Dave. That's what I'm gonna do. Because 4 hours of JJ and Sherry.
Ooh.
Woo, boy.
That's hardcore right there.
That can get messy.
Mm.
Okay, so extender hub for your cabin. We all know, those of us who cruise, we all know there ain't enough plugins in the cabins, people.
Nope.
There's just not.
There's not.
So.
Can I get an amen?
So, amen.
Okay.
Some people say, I'm gonna bring whatever I want. I need room to plug stuff in. Okay.
I paid for this cruise. I'm gonna carry all my extension cords.
All of my extension cords. I should have brought an absolutely unacceptable one. So the ones that
extension cord.
Yeah, just a regular extension cord,
No,
as
no.
well as the long ones with all the plugs and the flip on the end of it, like the true surge protected strip.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
Surge strips.
Yes, not allowed. For CPAP machines, yeah, let's open with this. For CPAP machines or other medical technology or medical devices, good word. Ask your cabin steward for an extension cord or whatever it is you need. He or she will bring you one. That's allowed. They will provide one. You don't need to bring your own.
So I can use their extension cord, but I can't carry mine. You can, but what'll happen, JJ? They'll seize it if they come in your room.
And you'll get it back at the end of the cruise.
They'll hold it.
So Royal Caribbean on their website says they prohibit, quote, what?
Hold on. Okay, there you have it, folks.
They will absolutely go to the naughty room.
From the best travel agent in the country.
They will go to the naughty room. That's a
Cruise
good word.
certified agent.
That's a good word.
Goes to the naughty room.
So Royal Caribbean prohibits, quote, yeah, we had like a suitcase or something.
No, I've been to the naughty room.
What did we have to go down there and get one day?
It was a suitcase.
Yeah, we thought they lost a suitcase, and sure enough, they were just like, come on down to deck 2. Okay, so Royal Caribbean prohibits, quote, electrical extension cords. That is specifically what their website says is prohibited. Kind of vague. Electrical well, it's not really vague. It's just very specific, and it's one thing.
You're right.
Like one long extension cord that has a plug on one end and the thing that goes in the wall on the other end.
Correct.
Okay. But one of their FAQs on the Royal website says, can I bring an extension cord / power board on board? That's the question. The answer is guests cannot bring electrical extension cords, including power boards or surge protected power boards.
So okay, can I need to ask a question.
Spit it out.
Can I bring my solar powered generator?
I would guess no. Just a wild guess.
Well, I got a solar panel that I can attach to my balcony.
You have a not
this solar power. No.
Solar panel, it's what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's their answer. Guests cannot bring electrical extension cords, including power boards or surge protected power boards. Okay, so we know this is for sure allowed. A USB extension cord is for sure allowed. What also appears from the rules to be allowed would be something like this. This happens to be a UK plug extender.
UK?
You okay? You okay?
European plug?
Yes. And, y'all know what
United Kingdom?
Yes. Y'all know what these are, on your mirror, where your mirror is, the plug's down there below. It looks funny. It's the one that looks funny. And you're like, what the heck is that for? Well, this is an extender, and it has the 2 USB and then the 2 American plugs. Okay. This you would think would be acceptable. It's not surge protected. It's not a power board. Or an extension cord. I'm having to look at the words that Royal Caribbean is using, right? Okay. So I had something in my carry-on one cruise out of 18 now. Something like this. It wasn't an extender. It was just a regular square, just a regular square. It had a regular plug on the back. Okay. So it had a regular plug on the back, and it had like 2, I think it was one of those that was square, and it had one on each side. It had maybe 1 USB and like maybe 3 American. It was taken. It was clearly not a power board or an extension cord, and it was taken from my carry-on. Okay. So, let's see. PA Conrail, you can always bring it, but they can always take it. That's right. You can bring whatever you want. We are using 3-prong adapter for both of our CPAPs, right? I mean, basically for CPAPs, PA, you can bring whatever you want. Then they'll provide you with whatever you want.
I think they tend to lean toward making an exception for medical equipment.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't want any lawsuits.
Yeah. They're not going to take the liability for not giving you your medical equipment. Cindy says you can buy a universal one that you can use for EU, Australia, UK. Yes, absolutely. And Amazon has all of these. Well, let me tell you, I'll show you what we have taken on probably 15 16 cruises now without a problem at all.
Without a challenge.
Without a single challenge, without a single question.
Okay. Disclaimer, we don't advocate for this.
Well, I don't know, because no one's ever asked me about it. It's always in my packed luggage, always. And I also Googled with, like the certified electrician Google yesterday to how to determine if something is surge protected or not. And it appears that the back of this, the words that this is not surge protected, but it is a extension cord. So technically I have been shocked.
Well, have you been using this to plug in your CPAP machine?
Not mine. Because I don't have one.
Maybe mine.
No, we don't have any, medical things in this is always in my checked luggage. It is, however, let me put it in this box because this is how I pack it. It's in this box in my packed luggage. However, y'all know an x-ray machine is going to see right through that. I mean, like it doesn't,
You mean it's going to see right through the box?
The box, yeah, okay. It's going to see, and that's what it looks like inside. Like they have to know what it is, and I've never even had a question about it. So, and I can't imagine through the x-ray machine that they can tell if this is surge protected or not. So, I don't know. It's worked for us for many years, many cruises. However, this is your best bet, folks, just a USB hub. But I know not everyone powers everything by USB. Sometimes you just need a 3-prong plug. So, but again, evidently these are acceptable too. So you can at least use that UK.
Well, if you have one of each, you should be in good shape.
You should be. Carnival. These are Carnival's rules. Quote, power strips, multi-plug box outlets / adapters and extension cords, parentheses, without surge protectors are allowed on board when used with proper caution.
That was a lawyer added that statement.
However, if such devices are determined to pose a hazard, they will be removed and returned the last day of the cruise prior to debark. So I don't know if in the middle of the cruise or like Monday when they walk in and you left on Sunday, they don't like your power cord and they're going to take it from your room. I doubt that would happen.
Give me that cord.
I doubt that would happen. But yeah. So Carnival does allow specifically non-surge protector multi-plug box outlets, adapters, and extension cords. Because it says without surge protectors are allowed on board when used with proper precaution.
So it seems like the common challenge is with surge protectors.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. And we've known that for years. We've known that technically that's the rule, surge protectors. However, people are getting things like this taken out of their carry-on every day.
Well,
every day.
Maybe one of the security people needed one for their cabin.
So let's talk. Oh, that's bad. No, because what's going on with the security people in the port, JJ? Who do they work for?
I'm talking about on board the ship.
Oh, no.
No. When the room steward calls them and says, "Hey, I need you to take this."
Yeah, no. Yeah, Cruz Vet kind of has, Cruz Vet. Yeah, cruise lines often enforce their own rules at their convenience sometimes, definitely.
And you know what, Cruz Vet, the reality of it is, I think a lot of times it's a training issue, okay? And some of them, like any other career, I don't care where you go, my time in the military and my time in law enforcement, there are various degrees of knowledge, I'll say, and they tend to, that's how they enforce things.
Well, what happens in the terminal, for those of you who may not know, is that the port employees in the cruise terminal work for the city, for the port city.
Correct.
They don't work for the cruise line. And there may be occasionally those who are like greeters or something who might have actually come from the ship.
But they're not going to be checking your bags.
Right. So all the people who like run the x-ray machines and all that work for the port city.
And they may not know the rules.
They don't work for the.
But they've been told to err on the side of caution, and if they don't know the rules, they're going to take it.
I don't know what they've been told, but when they took this of mine that was a regular 3-prong, I was just like, they don't know. And anything that looks like a plug, if it's in your carry-on, it's getting taken. So
we'll deliver it to you when you get back from your cruise.
It'll be right at the naughty table in the terminal when you get back.
I had a pocket knife end up going to the naughty.
Yeah, he completely forgot about it. Yeah. So, Crystal says, we've never had a problem taking ours on Carnival. Yeah, Crystal, what does yours look like? You know, like what kind is it? Is it like one of these? Because a lot of people I see on the cruise boards take something like this.
Similar.
Yeah, something like this. So I think probably those are okay. But my general advice is always put it in your checked luggage.
Check luggage and
put it in the checked luggage.
Know the rules for the cruise company that you're going.
Try your best to be compliant. We're not obviously asking anyone to try to cheat or bring something that's not okay. But Crystal says yes, that one. This is the one that they usually take on Carnival, and she doesn't have any problem at all. So PA Conrail says we pack it in the crap bag. Oh, that's like your carry. You mean your carry-on, PA? Yeah. I mean, if you get by with it in your carry-on, you're lucky, because most of the people who have them taken away are out of their carry-on.
Right.
Yeah. So the stated rules are a little different for Royal and Carnival. And as we go through these, I just checked Royal and Carnival because, they could be different for every, good grief, every cruise line could, especially when you get into like Princess and MSC and, those more luxury, right?
I meant CPAP.
Oh, he meant CPAP.
Well, yeah, that would
funny.
That would definitely not be your crap bag.
He puts it in his crap bag, but he meant
CPAP bag.
CPAP. Lots of people call their carry-on a crap bag. Okay, and people will argue until the day is done on those cruise boards about, you're going to get in trouble, you're breaking the rules. And I'm just like, this is my motto.
Scroll.
Just scroll.
Just
people.
Scroll.
Just scroll. It's not going to end your life.
Don't waste your energy and or time. You
have the time to stop your day, type a response to a perfect stranger. Okay.
Who you'll never hear from again.
I'm glad you have
doesn't
all that
know you.
Free time. Good for you. Okay, so the next one is, drum roll. Next one is staying the night before embarkation. Okay, so let's say you cruise on Sunday to Sunday. It's a 7-night. And
I'm going in on Saturday.
People are telling you, no, you need to fly in. Let's say you're somewhere else and you're flying into Texas.
I'm going to see my friends in Florida.
You have to fly in. No, that would be ridiculous. What if you missed the ship? I mean, and they're serious. They're passionate about it in the cruise groups, y'all. I know you've seen them. Okay. So they say, no. If you try to drive in or fly in the same day, you're going to miss the ship. What are you going to do then? And they're not going to pay for it. They're not going to give you a refund. They're right. They're right.
They need to cut back on their caffeine intake.
They're not wrong. Let's just start with that. You're correct. This is what I just always tell the passionate people. You're not wrong.
Have a nice day. Scroll.
It is entirely a choice. We always go the day before. One, because we work it in our budget. That's one thing. Some people don't have the budget that other people have. And so that's one less day of travel and hotel, which can be up to $200. So, let's give each other a little grace. People.
My girlfriend is still employed because she's too young to retire. So I like another day away before we have to get on board the ship. Yeah. So we relax a little bit.
Now, some people even stay like 2 days, after their cruise. We don't ever do that. We have to get.
We might though. We might someday.
We plan on it for our Mediterranean next year.
Would like to.
Yeah, we'd like to stay. We hope to stay in Rome an extra day. We're going to plan on that.
Yeah, y'all pray for airfares, y'all.
Shoot, he was looking at that yesterday. That's crazy, y'all. Okay, so do you stay the night before embark? Do you go a day before the ship leaves? Okay, I mean, I'm telling you, people get passionate. They're like, no, I'm not going. Why would I do that? That's a whole nother hotel fee. Yeah, right. So the reasons to do it are
disclaimer.
You literally could miss
disclaimer
the ship. You literally could miss the ship. And
disclaimer, we have no children.
Yeah.
So
a 4-legged.
Our budget's a little bit more flexible.
Our 4-legged fur babies.
Yeah, hold on.
Right.
You got to say hello to Aunt Cindy in Florida.
Yes.
It's Mr. Percy Jackson. Yeah,
Hello,
he's our little
peoples.
Mickey.
Cindy has a good point. So she says, with all the delays and cancellations lately with the flights, y'all seen that? That's been crazy over the 4th of July. And even it started like a week before the 4th of July and people were freaking out. She strongly recommends to everyone that they fly in a day or two early. You know, it's just smart. So we always do too. I mean, try and Lane says we flew in the day of the cruise back in the 2000s, but different times now. We go in the day before. Yeah.
That's good counsel.
PA, I'm lucky my parents live in Orlando. Absolutely. You can just go in and stay with a friend. It's just not worth, because really the worst case scenario is you plan to fly out. We'll go super early. Let's just use the hypothetical of like 7 a.m.
Well,
okay.
Let's use a hypothetical of going to Galveston. We've got a 5-hour drive, but we still go a day early.
Yeah. But I'm just saying people who have to fly, let's just say that your flight is for 7 a.m. You're leaving Ottawa.
Right.
Is that in? Where's that?
Ottawa's Canada.
Let's say Utah. Let's say you're leaving Seattle.
Well, that's halfway to Canada.
Let's start it in the United States. Let's say you're leaving Seattle at 7 a.m. I got all day. What are you talking about? The Selway is until 4, right?
Yeah, and you show up on your flight, and guess what?
They
have no crew on the airplane.
No, yeah, because they're short staffed. So it's just, again, we highly recommend it. But be gentle with people online, y'all, who just don't have the budget.
Extend grace.
Yeah. It's one thing if they're not aware that could happen. You need to remind them about the airline cancellations and delays and all that. That's fine. But yeah, goodness. Okay.
Well, you know what my father used to say?
What's that? Oh, and he was a pilot.
My father flew 30 years for United. We lost him 4 years ago. He had retired. Let's see, it was 20. They forced him to retire at 60. He was retired 25 years. And he said, when I hired on with United, it used to be fly the friendly skies of United. Now it's, if you have time to spare, go by air.
Go by air. You're like, and just get over.
You just want me closer. I'm happily married. Watch
You're
out.
Like, right here.
I'm guarding my coffee.
Mark says, on Carnival, we cruised 9 times on same day. That was 10 years ago, right? We booked on Carnival, their air. Now we go the day before. Right. One of our first cruises, we were driving to Galveston. And no, that was our very first cruise. Very first cruise ever was on Carnival.
Carnival Conquest.
With my parents and a friend of mine and her widowed mom. And we drove down the morning of, and we were fine. Yeah, it was our first cruise. We didn't know any better.
How many years ago was that?
Exactly. That was 2011, 2010. That was 2010. So, yeah. Uncle Dave, oh, you lucky duck. I live 30 minutes from the port of New Orleans and only 6 hours from Galveston. Never had a problem, right? Drive at your own risk. That's the rule.
I'll say this: we do not drive through Houston. We drive around Houston on the toll road.
That's for sure. Ick.
Now wait a minute. My friend who lives in Houston, my vet friend, Mike knows.
You drive around.
Don't want to drive through the city.
Do not drive through Houston. So Lane says, "We're to Mr. JJ 5 hours for us to Galveston and go the day before. Fish tails. We enjoy fish tails."
Yeah.
Is that a restaurant? We enjoy fish tails. LOL. Like literal fish tails, or is that a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
You can tell us. Yes. Yeah, Crystal says if we're more than 4 hours away, always the day before.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so all right, controversial subject number 3. Now we're getting into the mud.
The muck.
I don't think this will really be in the mud because I think everyone in their heart of hearts agrees with each other. Chair hogs.
Oh, yep, wait a minute. You talking about at the pool?
It hurts.
Oh,
chair hogs at the pool.
That's what I meant, the pool.
Yes. Yeah, Lane says, yes, the best in town for us. So fishtails, we'll have to try it in Galveston.
Galveston fishtails.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, chair hogs. I get it. I know the reason. We all know the reason. It's just so frustrating.
My wife wants to sleep until 10:30.
I don't.
And I get down there at 6 to put towels on the chairs so we have.
Right. And then they go to breakfast. And then they're like, what?
Wife goes to brunch.
We reserved 4 chairs for us and our friends. Our things were in the chairs. What is your problem?
October 16th, 2011.
Okay.
Conquest.
It was yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, people, and I understand why they chair hog. Like, I get it, but it's not fair. And it's against pool policy.
It's against the law,
Karen,
people. It's against the law.
Karen says this is against cruise line policy. So, hey, Z-Show's in the house.
Oh, I'm at the end of a birthday celebration.
Happy birthday
to you.
Z,
happy birthday to you.
Z has
happy birthday, dear ZZ. Happy birthday.
Wow, you got sung to, Z. What a scary honor. Okay, so the chair hog policy for Royal is, quote, if a pool chair is left unattended for more than 30 minutes with no signs of any guests returning, our crew will remove any belongings and place them in the lost and found. Really? How many of y'all have really seen that done? I really want to know. Okay, we have 23 like actually in here now watching, and I would like to know how many have actually seen crew do this, because I'll tell you what we saw. This is what we saw on Liberty, maybe. I literally saw
I'm trying to block it out.
Female officer with stripes on her shoulders. I don't remember if I tattled on someone or someone else did.
No, you reported a crime. You didn't tattle.
It was really irritating. I don't remember if it was me or someone else, but the crew.
That's tongue in cheek, folks. That reported a crime.
The first level crew did nothing. I don't even remember what they told me, but I'm like, do we all have to stand here?
P.A. Conley.
Do we all have to stand here and just like with you? Crew member, do I need you to stand here with me for, 30 minutes on Royal so we can watch together?
Lady, I'm happily married. Get your hands off
me. That no one's taking those chairs. I don't remember what they told me, but I had to go get a officer, and I did.
There you have it. It's a way to grab a free towel.
It's a way to do many things. You could get some flip-flops and maybe a bag too.
Uh-huh.
So this female officer, she still did not follow their own protocol and move the chair and remove the items. She still did not. You know what she did? She went and got a chair from the shade, moved it into the sun for me, right beside the chair hogs chairs. I was like, whatevs. I got a chair in the sun. That's what I wanted.
Hey,
and next to me, there was 4 saved chairs, and she did nothing.
Well, she's non-confrontational.
Chair hugs at the casino. Oh, I never thought about that.
I never did either.
So what do they like literally put things in the chairs in the casinos too? Like the slots, I bet. That's what they do, right? The slots, I bet that's how.
Got to get my machine.
Yeah. Uncle Dave says chair hogs need time limits. Yeah, I mean, they do have time limits, Uncle Dave.
They do. It's posted.
Right. And nobody complies. So, and I still haven't seen anybody. Mark has a good idea. What does he say? I just toss on another chair. I'm old and it works for me. Yeah, take their stuff and put it in the shade. What are you gonna? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't had anyone answer to say that they've actually seen staff comply with their own policies.
The problem with taking somebody's property and moving it is
then they're going to claim.
I had a $6,000 diamond ring in that towel.
And now it's gone.
It's gone.
I had $500 cash in that towel, and now it's gone.
Well, you know what? There's a camera right there. Why don't we go look at the video?
Yeah, seriously. So Carnival's stated policy is, quote, shipboard team members monitor sun lounge usage, and if they observe a seat that contains a towel or personal belongings but appears to be unoccupied, a notification is placed on the chair indicating the current time. If the chair remains unoccupied for 40 minutes, the contents are removed and held for the guest's safekeeping. So we haven't sailed Carnival in years, so I don't know if that's true. If Carnival even enforces either. So any cruise line I'm open for someone to comment and tell me if they've ever seen any cruise line literally enforce their rules.
So then why have a rule?
Yeah, that's what I wondered. Why do we have a rule that's clearly posted? I know. So RCI's policy is 30 minutes and Carnival's is 40. They say, I mean, it's much safer. I kind of like Mark's comment too. You think I took something? Frisk me.
They frisk me. I might enjoy it.
That's entertainment. I think that was Mark's joke.
I'd embarrass the heck out of them.
I think that was part of Mark's joke.
I agree. I totally agree.
Go ahead and frisk me, honey.
Just go ahead and frisk me.
Yeah. So that is weird about the casino, though. I never thought about chair hogs at the casino.
I didn't either.
But
because
do they have a stated policy, Mike, about saving chairs in the casino? I've never seen anything posted, but we go in there and do our $10 free play, actually $6 free play, and then our own $10 we do, and then we leave. We give them back their $6 and we give them our $10 and we leave. Yeah. Uncle Dave, why would you leave a $6 or any cash in a towel if you're going to be gone for 2 hours?
Because cruisers are honest.
No one would ever take anything. Well, that is true.
They are pretty honest.
Experience, cruisers are honest.
I tell you, they're pretty honest.
So it's so weird that on the cruise boards, it's endless smack talk about chair hogs, and yet there are so many of them. Do they just stay quiet?
Sure they do.
On the
sure they do.
In the Facebook groups, they're like, I'm scrolling past that one because I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, gonna pretend like I hate it.
Yeah, a Carnival. Crystal cruises Carnival, and she's like, she's never seen anyone enforce it on Carnival. So, it doesn't happen. I have read people talking about it happening on Royal on the cruise. They'll say, yeah, I went and reported it and they did this. So I've read that it happens. It's kind of like a unicorn. Do they really? Has anyone ever really seen one? I'm not sure. They don't really exist.
I'm just going to take their stuff and put it on a chair in the shade.
Well, yeah.
Or I'll have
just go get a crew member, sir.
I'll have an extra towel.
And toss it on there?
No.
Oh.
I'll take it back to my room.
Oh, you'll take their towel. No, I wouldn't do that.
No, I'm just
yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah. Cruz Vet says it's not the people that tilt the chair, just go to the restroom. Right. It's the ones that do it. Then go. Exactly, Mike. Then go to the MDR for 2 hours. That's the problem.
Well, I've been playing the slots for so long. I'm hungry. I got to go eat, and I want this machine when I get back. That's Mr. Murphy.
And Murphy has his buzzer collar on.
Yeah,
because he likes to bark out the front window, so he gets buzzed.
We don't use the electrocution thing.
Does it have one even?
Yes, it has the capability, but you have to attach the probes, and I didn't do that.
Oh, yeah. No, he just gets a sound and a buzz.
He'll know, watch.
A sound. No, Daddy, I'm not doing anything wrong.
He heard that. Say, hi, peeps.
Is that your beep?
Hi, peeps.
Is that your beep? Yeah. Yeah, Cruz Vet, I agree. I mean, you can, if you stand there and watch, then that's not the people you're worried about. Oh, no, they just left. Or they're in the pool. They're right there in the pool. I saw them get up and go to the pool. You obviously can be in the pool for 20 minutes while your chair is empty.
Yeah.
You're actually using it for what it's supposed to be. So.
And your husband guards your ring and your money. Just kidding.
Mark says, we sat next to a woman on Wheel of Fortune and won.
Oh, wow.
The woman won and won $1 million. Oh, my, Mark. I'm not sure what you mean, but it sounds exciting.
$1 million.
Yep.
My question is, you were sitting next to her. Did she share it with you?
I don't know if you mean like in the casino or do you mean like on the actual TV show, Mark? I don't know. PA, you're right. It's sea days. I mean, if you stay on the ship in a port day, no problem getting chairs.
Right.
You're going to get a chair all the time, anytime. It's the sea days that are problematic.
And let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a first world problem.
No, all these are. We're cruisers. I mean, we're so blessed to be able to cruise to begin with. Absolutely. Okay.
Mark says, nope, casino. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I sitting next to her. I guess there's a game that's called Wheel of Fortune. I guess so. Yeah. And she won $1 million. Good grief.
Well, I have a gambling addiction.
Taxes. What's your addiction?
I have a gambling addiction.
What's that?
My name's JJ, and I'm an addictive gambler.
Spit it out.
$10 a cruise.
Every cruise.
When I've lost my $10
And
on
now
the
that
penny
we're-
slots, I'm out.
And now that we're the level that we are, they also give us Royal gives us $6 free play. So
I forgot $16. I'm
Yeah.
out. That's it.
we go give them back their $6 and give them $10 of ours. Okay, here's the big one, y'all. I think it's the big one. Wow, you're old. What TV show is that from?
You're kidding me.
What was that?
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. What was the wife's name?
It's a big one, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. It's a big one, Elizabeth. MDR attire. Drum roll. I didn't do the drum roll before that. What do you wear in the MDR? What are you supposed to wear? What do you really?
This is what I wear.
Actually wear?
I do
How
not wear.
dare
I do
you?
not wear T-shirts in the MDR.
Okay, so these are. I'm going to start with the listed suggestions. We'll give our opinion, but because that's what we do, and y'all give your opinion.
That's why we're highly paid.
Okay. So now Royal Caribbean uses the word suggested attire for casual, dress your best, and formal nights.
They used to say dining attire.
I think it used to be called wardrobe policy or something like that. I mean, we never were worried about it, so I didn't memorize what it used to be called. But it used to be called or wardrobe code. Dress code, I think that's what they used to call it, dress code. Now they literally have changed the words to suggested attire. The only thing on the Royal Caribbean website that literally uses the words not allowed is bare feet. Bare feet are not allowed at any time in any venue, and tank tops are not permitted in the main dining room or specialty dining venues for dinner.
Wait a minute. I just got done guarding my chair with my towel and my wife's bag, and I want to go in the MDR and eat. So I can't go in there barefooted with my suit and my tank top?
No. Well, no, not your bare feet.
That's a bummer.
And not your tank top. I know I read one time that I thought it said tank tops for men. I thought it said that because, women will wear sundresses or tank tops or whatever all the time. And I thought that I had read at one time that it said tank tops for men, but I copied it right off the website yesterday. So bare feet, not allowed in any venue at any time. Tank tops supposedly not allowed on men in the MDR. We sat, was it Adventure or Explorer? Not sure.
I think it was Adventure.
We sat on Adventure in the dining room dressed in our, regular dining attire. JJ probably had on cargo pants and a button down
collar.
And I had on, a dress.
Sporting my hairdo.
Yeah. I had on a maxi dress probably or jumpsuit or something. That's generally what we wear. And this guy behind us had on
behind me
hair showing tank top, folks. It was a full-blown men's summer outside tank top. The whole time I'm eating my, steak or whatever, I'm like having to watch his hairy underarms.
It wasn't the Beach Boys.
Nobody ever said anything to him. He was there the whole entire time. Not a word, not anything. Okay, so that's just our observations. Carnival, their website, quote, says, in the evenings, some of our ships enforce a cruise casual, they have it in quotes, cruise casual dress code. For men, this dress code, these are Carnival's words, they use dress code still,
quote,
can call for longer dress shorts or pants. Jeans are okay too, and a collared polo shirt. For women, the dress code may ask for sundresses, skirts and blouses, dress shorts, and capri pants are acceptable. Don't wear sleeveless shirts, parentheses, for men, cutoff jeans, t-shirts, or gym shorts. This is Carnival, right off their website. If you want to attend a cruise elegant evening, bring a fancier, more formal outfit. Men can wear suits or dress slacks with a sport coat and dress shirt. For women, cocktail dresses, pantsuits, or elegant skirts and blouses are appropriate. Some guests like to go all out with a tuxedo or ball gown, end quote. That's Carnival. So they still use the word dress code. I would venture to say they're not enforcing anything either. So let's see what y'all find. Yes. Ziso said, I would dress up like ZZ Top, sharp dressed man.
I'd like it.
Lane says, we dressed up on the first few cruises, but after 30 plus cruises, it's just smart casual for us. Lane, it is for us too. What I describe generally, I'm in a maxi dress just because I can just throw it on and go. They're comfortable, and you can dress them up or down, or jumpsuits now. JJ will wear cargo shorts on something other than formal.
Or a pair
night.
of khakis.
On formal night, he'll wear long pants, or like this time we're taking a suit because we got him a brand new suit recently. So we'll probably take his suit to Alaska. Actually, Alaska is like much less formal, I hear. So we may not take.
We may not take the suit.
Yeah. I may take it in January.
January's good.
Yeah. But we rented him a tux one time on board on Royal Caribbean. That was before COVID.
And that's the way to go.
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing that anymore, but that was fun because we had pictures taken and everything. So, but
she makes me look good.
Generally, he's long cargo pants, short sleeve because he's so hot natured, button down. And his little beanie, newsboys cap.
Beanie.
I don't know. It's a newsboys cap.
Anybody watch Beanie and Cecil with the little?
Oh, so yeah. Cruz Vet Mike says I usually wear shorts and a polo or t-shirt in the MDR when I go. Usually eat in the Windjammer most of the time. We mix it up. If we don't feel like dressing up, we know we can dress. We know we can wear anything we want basically to the MDR. Technically. You can wear anything you want. And no one's going to kick you out.
They don't enforce it. So,
I mean, that's what it appears to us. I don't know. Maybe some ships are starting to enforce it, but it appears to us they're not. Uncle Dave, a bit off subject, but after the binge watching, I have learned many Sherryisms and would like to ask JJ if there is dark chocolate in the house now.
Yes. It is in my mint dark chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, yeah, I've got several Sherryisms. Thank you, Uncle Dave, for the love. Yeah, made up words that we call Sherryisms. Mark says, for my chubby figure, a tank top would be unwise. Mark, people don't care.
Mark, hey, we're going to love you anyway, brother. Look here.
We appreciate your self-honesty, Mark. We do. Most people don't have that self-realization that you do.
We don't care. We don't care what you look like in that respect.
Scott's in the house. Thanks for joining us, Scott.
Scott,
chime in here. Yeah.
Hey, maple syrup.
Cindy says we like to dress for dinner, but don't really care what others do. It is their cruise too.
Right on.
That's really our opinions now. Except I don't like to look at underarm hair. I'm just gonna be honest. The tank tops on men. I'm just like I want to watch it while I'm trying to eat my steak and mashed potatoes. People.
Let's make this public. We're not ever going to talk about underarm hair again.
From this moment forward,
never.
No more talk. Okay.
You're gonna pay me $100 if you ever do that.
Say the phrase underarm hair.
No, I just said don't say it.
From now, or was it
from a minute ago, and you already said it.
Now going forward. So yeah, but generally that's our view now, Cindy, too. It's just like, okay, it's your vacation, whatever. If you want to wear shorts every night while other people are in tuxedos or suits or whatever, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my dinner with my husband or my other friends that I get to sit with in January.
That'll be fun.
Yes. Scott says, got dressed, man. Does that mean you dressed up?
Yes, he did.
We follow dress code, but we don't get super fancy. Yeah. Crystal, that's usually us. I mean, they've allowed shorts for a while now in there. So JJ will sometimes wear shorts.
My wife will not allow me to look bad. So here you have it.
Celebrities a bit more dressy than Royal Caribbean or Carnival. Okay, we'll remember that. And yet Alaska cruises, right? Anyone who's been to Alaska are more casual, I hear, in the MDR.
Rumor has it.
Right. That's what we're reading, I believe. Uncle Dave.
Syrup, brother.
Uncle Dave's being straight with it. Dad buzz are the end thing now.
Hey.
Boom. But Mark has lost 25 pounds. I'm hungry. Oh, no. Okay. So Scott's. Oh, I thought that said hat.
Hot.
Instead of hot.
Hot.
Yes. So I'm bringing up the hat. I'm bringing up the hat subject. Hats in the MDR.
Wait a minute now. Is it a hat or a cap?
Okay, so
let's be specific.
I should have brought your little newsboy caps out here.
They know what a newsboy cap looks like.
So we bought those newsy caps for him, I don't know, a year and a half ago or whatever. Because they're like dressy, you know, he's got like a leather one, but he also has the cloth
That's
ones
for Alaska.
in all different colors, and white, navy blue, and tan, yeah, khaki,
black.
and black. He has a black one now, right? Usually the first night, embarkation, because we don't change clothes for embarkation dinner. We just don't. He'll wear his ball cap to the MDR. And thereafter, he will wear his newsy caps with his, you know, button down and his cargo pants or shorts.
And I don't wear them like this.
He does not wear it like a 14-year-old. However, we have gotten several comments. I say several, less than 10. And we've had the channel for 2 years now.
Not yet, but close.
Yeah. I mean, and we've had less than 10 comments. But when they come in, it started hurting his feelings.
It didn't hurt my feelings. It didn't hurt my feelings at all. It was a victory for me.
It was just like, people were like, you would think that a veteran, you would think that a military guy, you know, they get like personal. They're like attacking him for wearing his hat in the MDR.
Guess what? I'm not in the military anymore. And that's not a chow hall.
Passion. He would be one of those on the cruise board who would get passionate.
Well, they'd never have the guts to say something to me personally, but.
Well, it's really interesting because I have never seen a conversation like that on the cruise boards.
See, now I'm agreeing with PA.
Yeah.
No caps. Okay. First
no
day.
hats for dinner.
Yeah. Disembarkation.
I should say ball caps.
Yeah.
Right.
Sail away day. Come in and whatever.
Right.
From there on out, forget about it.
And usually, because, you know, your embarkation day is a long day, right? And so I think we've just never really thought about it, right?
Oh, Dave, I love you even more now, man.
Follically challenged.
Hey, I got to cover up the solar panel, man.
If you're follically challenged. Okay, so Sarah mentions Alaska. Go click on her comment. Sarah says, yes, Alaska was a little less casual in the MDR, but mainly because a little less casual, more casual, I think. That's what I was hearing, Sarah. Because people were coming in from excursions up until dinner time.
That's what she meant.
Too tired to shower and change.
Less formal.
Yeah, less formal. Yeah, that's what we've been reading. So, yeah, it's funny, though. Let's see. Mike says, sometimes I wear my ball cap in the MDR. If they ask me to remove it, I will. Never have I ever seen anyone asked, and they've never asked JJ on Royal, on Norwegian in January. Mm-hmm. They did.
Yeah, but what happened?
I don't remember.
What'd you see behind me?
Someone had theirs on the whole time? What was it?
Somebody had a T-shirt on, didn't they?
Did it said a cuss word on it?
No, it had a T-shirt on.
That said what? I don't remember.
It was in Chops.
Oh, no. That was something different. Yeah. Speaking of wardrobe attire, though, so we saw that guy in the tank top with the
wasn't Chops in Norwegian. It's called something else.
No, I'm going back to Royal Caribbean.
Copy that.
So we saw the guy with the tank top with the going on, and I had to watch. I didn't say the words. I had to watch it all through dinner, and then in Chops, literally, I think it was lunch. It shouldn't matter. It's Chops. Like, it's a specialty restaurant. It's a real nice steak. We think it's a nice steakhouse. I literally saw a teenage male. He was probably 16, 17. Literally, people, change his shirt. I mean, completely take his shirt off, naked up top, nude, nothing up top.
He was not nude. He had
up top. I said nude up top. Yes, he had pants on. I'm assuming he was sitting in his chair. Yeah. I saw him completely remove one shirt, reach over, put another one on.
And she threw up in her steak.
His shirt. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had the camera going. Seriously? No one said anything to him or his mom or anything. No one said anything. It was already done. Granted, it was already done, but I'm just like, that's the wild, wild west of first world problems cruising.
Oh, so you noticed.
Fired up. What am I fired up about now? The changing of shirts I'm fired up about. I'm like, good grief, we don't eat out a lot. No, please no. We don't eat out a lot. So, and especially not really nice restaurants. So
Because we're paying for cruises.
I was just like, what the heck is going on in Chops? Like, we're just changing our clothes now right here out in front of everybody.
I would rather cruise than go to a steakhouse out here.
Well, for sure. Yeah, Mike said, let's see. Oh, Warm Strong Adventures. Hey, Warm Strong, welcome.
Howdy, welcome.
Yes, I bet he knows Mike because he's saying, hey, Cruz Vet Adventures.
Hey, Cruz
Warm
Vet.
Strong. So what kind of channel do you have, Warm Strong? Is it all travel or just cruising, or yeah, tell us. We'll ask everyone to
We'll plug you.
To go see you. Okay.
And not with lead. I'm just
did you say plug you?
I said we'll plug you, but not with lead.
So yeah. Mike says, and Uncle Dave, it's not anything to get my blood pressure up over, and honestly, I don't eat MDR that often. Is there a reason you don't, Mike? You just not want to get all duddied up, or I don't know. What's the reason that you don't eat an MDR? We enjoy the food. I mean, it's better than Windjammer. And I'll have to say, I'm going out there. I'm tattling on Royal. Guess I'm not tattling. I'm just giving.
No, I'm not. I'll say
I'm just giving my opinion.
I'll say it.
The food.
The food has not been up to par lately.
It's gone downhill
since COVID.
Since the restart, y'all. I mean, I've just been really not happy with Royal and their
But
food. Yeah.
A bad day cruising is better than a good day working.
Amen. No problems there. Okay, so that was the big one, quite frankly, the MDR attire, because people will fight over that. They will say, you should wear this and you should wear that. Yeah. Oh, mostly cruising. Awesome. Warm Strong Adventures. Okay, y'all go check them out. Warm Strong Adventures after the live, of course. And maybe you can come on Warm Strong Adventures with us one time. We need to get Mike and Z and some other people on here.
We need to collaborate.
Yeah, we need to have a live and Scott too. I know Scott, Rambling with the Brums. He has a channel too that some travel, some farm stuff, like canning and that kind of stuff. So Scott does multiple lives as well with friends, with other friends. Oh yeah, Lane says the service takes too long for me. I'm a buffet man. So that's why they don't go to the MDR much. I get it. Okay, so the next controversial cruise topic is loyalty programs and people who think they're special because they're a certain level. He's silent. Wow, JJ silent.
Why the disdain for that?
That's what I was telling JJ yesterday. I said,
I don't understand that.
This is so weird that I see this is what I see in the cruise groups. Someone will pipe in just on a regular, usually Royal, on a regular cruise group, Facebook group. They'll come in with a question and say, hey, we made diamond during the double point period, and I'm wondering if fill in the blank. Or they'll say, it seems really odd that they don't give us this fill in the blank. They'll ask a question about one of the benefits, the VIP benefits or something. And there'll be a plethora of people that are like, wow, who do you think you are? Or goodness, you should be thankful to be cruising at all. Or
Wait a minute. Oh man.
Scott.
Are you stirring the pot?
Scott went on was that your first cruise, Norwegian?
Scott,
in January. He was with us on Norwegian.
That's why we love Scott. We think a lot alike.
Like people are all like, well, I'm just asking, like, if this is allowed, or yeah, I'm complaining. Like, I spent all this money with the cruise line and I'm this level, and yet they won't give me they'll give an example of whatever it is they're complaining about, and people will be all over them. And I'm just like, scroll, people.
Well,
just scroll.
But you know what? At the same time,
yes.
People who have not spent tens of thousands of dollars on a cruise think they're entitled to the same thing that people who have spent tens of thousands of dollars on a cruise. I think I should get the same thing.
Some people do, yeah. Just like 20-year-olds think that they should be entitled.
You think you're special because
$100,000 on an entry-level job
because you're 17 diamond pinnacle or whatever.
Right.
Well, they are special. They spent over $200,000 with Royal or whoever.
They spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's just so. I told him, I said, it's just so funny again that people will like stop their day, will stop what they're doing and take the time.
Here you go.
To backtalk.
Here you
Cindy.
go.
There you go. If you can't say something nice, don't scroll, people.
You know, my
Just
father used
scroll.
to tell his 3 boys, if you don't have something nice to say, keep your mouth shut.
Nah,
that's a quote, but I cleaned it up a little bit.
A nice way.
Yeah, I cleaned it up.
I'm in a haven room. Scott, you're probably getting a super good room on your next cruise because they're trying to make up for their screw ups. Scott. Yeah, Sherelle says, say it, JJ.
Say
Ooh, PA. Oh, wait, that was the wrong one. PA says 13 points from Diamond Entitlement. And you earned, right?
It's not an entitlement, sir. You earned it.
You paid for every dang star.
That's what gets me. Like, people want to say that Social Security is an entitlement. No, it's not. Now, I'm not going to get political, but I'm just saying.
You paid into it.
I paid into it.
Right.
And they cut it in half anyway.
Social Security is not, Uncle Dave said, that's some junior high mess right there. It is, Dave. It's just like, if you're not diamond yet, or you're not whatever level they're talking about, just scroll. Why does it even apply to you?
Scroll.
It's pettiness at its finest. I guess so, Crystal.
That is absolutely. Put a star on that one for sure.
Scott says, so this is what I just said to Scott. If y'all don't know what he's replying, I said, I bet you're in a really nice room. He had untold issues with Norwegian on our January cruise. Scott did, rambling with the Brums, and he told them about it.
Let's just put it out there,
and
rightfully so.
Yep, they're fixing it.
So
and he's doing an Alaskan cruise in 24, 25. Scott, he's got a group cruise going on, so you can go to his channel, Rambling with the Brums. And he is from Canada, and he got some syrup.
Oh, Canada!
He sells. I don't know if you have any in stock now, Scott. You can tell people.
I'll stop there, brother, rather than butcher that. Out of respect for you,
Uncle Dave. They still put their pants on one leg at a time. All of us diamond people. Yeah, we literally are some of those. Is that we made diamond when they had the double point, because we were on one of the first cruises. Well, I say September. We were September of 21. I mean, there were people who were cruising to the Bahamas when it opened in the summer. You know, like the big YouTube channels. Who do that for a living. That's all they do. They were cruising earlier, but we cruised as soon as we could out of a U.S. port. 714 days.
700 and something days.
Yeah, later.
742.
Yeah. So, and I don't understand why people do that with everything on Facebook, on like social media. They will take the time, because we are in some city groups. The town that we live in has Facebook groups, a couple of them we're on to keep up with what's going around town. Same thing. People will stop and comment on something that just to gripe at that person for bringing it up. And I'm like, you don't have an answer or a solution for this person, and you just want to berate them, and you took the time out from your day to do that.
Okay. Let me just say this about that, Sherry.
Oh, yes?
Sherry Lynn. There are people
I'm in trouble.
There are people in the world who are very, very unhappy, and their objective is to make you more unhappy than they are, so they feel good about themselves.
I guess so. Life lesson.
There it is.
Life lesson from JJ.
I just say it like it is.
So Scott says, I don't have any issues about rankings. I have an issue with the folks who think their poo doesn't stink.
That's what I was laughing at a minute ago.
Oh, Scott. Yeah. No. Why would they act like you're supposed to get out of the elevator for them because they're Diamond Plus or something? Like, yeah. Well, okay. Well, I paid for this particular cruise just like you did.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? She paid more than you did. So there you have it.
Well, that's silly.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's very silly.
Oh, Uncle Dave is reminding me, 742 days we cruised. I remember I watched the vlog.
That's what I told you, 742.
Yeah. That's funny.
Thank you, sir, for confirming. Wait a minute, what's in this cup?
Good. Again, like I think he's sneaking something, y'all. And I don't think we have anything in the house, so he's going to get something at the store.
Package store, here I come.
Hiding it in the garage. So the next issue is tipping.
City in China?
Tipping is not a city in China.
To ensure prompt service.
Tips, yes. So these are the people who we tip when we tip.
That may be changing.
Maybe. And sometimes it's debatable, and we'll go into that. Okay. Luggage porters at the port. Remember, they are not cruise line employees. They work for the city.
I love those guys. We tip them well.
Yeah. They take your bags at like the curb, when you drop off your luggage before you walk into the terminal. I would just recommend tip those guys. Come on, y'all. They're working hard.
These folks,
we can afford to go on a cruise.
I'm sure.
I know everybody here does.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyone else watching who might be new to cruising, tip your luggage porters who pick up your bag. Anywhere from $2 to $5 per
Let's
bag.
just say this: if you don't tip them, your bags may get on the wrong ship.
And I doubt that too.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
It's a joke. Bad joke.
Yeah, these guys and gals. We had a gal at, was it Norwegian? We had our first female porter, I think.
Right.
You don't see very many female luggage porters, but we had one. So luggage porters at the port, cabin steward, MDR staff, bartenders, specialty dining staff.
I don't tip the captain.
No, not officers.
Yeah.
And we had a discussion, with one of the officers one time, and she was like, no, the tips don't go, the prepaid gratuities and all that don't go to officers. So the next thing, and what I read on the cruise boards are the difference in the United States and Europe with tipping. My understanding is they don't tip in Europe. Maybe just the UK. I'm not sure. Those of you who have traveled other parts, we haven't been blessed yet enough to do that. We hope to go to the Mediterranean next September.
That's the plan. Thanks to Miss Cindy.
Yeah. But up until now, I've never been to Europe. You never been to Europe, UK, anywhere over there. So, but my understanding is because they're pretty clear about it in the cruise Facebook groups. They're like, I don't know why don't they just pay them a living wage and blah, blah, blah. They're all up into it because they're not used to tipping. So when they go on a U.S. cruise, they're all offended, I guess, that they are expected to tip these people. And they've already paid the prepaid gratuities. So, I understand how it can be frustrating.
Carnival celebration.
Yeah.
And from our friend Cindy, and I agree with you there wholeheartedly, Cindy.
Cindy says, I've met a few Pinnacle people who really did think they were better than others on the cruise. Other Pinnacles were super nice. Right. You get them.
I agree.
You get them
They're
in
in every
types.
walk of life.
You get them in all types.
Every walk of life.
Absolutely. PA Conrail. Yep. He tips the porters. Yep. What's Mark talking about? I watched a video of an old poor lady. She had a suite, but the others didn't like her appearance and told her so. She was the mother of the captain of the ship. They hadn't seen each other for 45 years.
You talk about embarrassing.
That's rude.
You talk about embarrassing.
Yeah. Who would do that anyway?
That would have been my mother. We would have had a chat.
That's just rude. Like, didn't like her appearance. Well, sorry. You don't get to decide how others. That's weird. That is weird.
Here's JJ's rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Leave babies alone and don't pick on old folks.
Yep. Unless they pick first. If they pick first, then you can pick back. So yeah, Crystal says porters can make a big difference in your experience at embarkation and debark. Absolutely. Scott, I tipped $300 over my prepaid gratuities, but it stopped when I got told to tip him extra.
What?
When I had my hand in my pocket.
What?
Well, that's weird.
Oh, did you throw him overboard?
Seriously.
Just kidding.
Seriously. Yep. Lane says we tip well too. Yes. So Cindy says Europe does not tip. Neither does Australia.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay. Well, now we know.
Right. Ooh, Scott, 2026, we're sailing Greece. Excellent.
Wow.
Yes. So Mike says, I always prepay my gratuities and tip extra to porters, drink servers, and room stewards. Yep.
Outstanding.
We do too.
Outstanding.
So
we got some good folks.
I know we do. You said it. It's like nobody on here.
They're
We
givers.
don't have to worry about these people.
They're givers.
So Royal and Carnival both charge 18% gratuity automatically to specialty dining and bar service. So keep that in mind if you're a new cruiser. And then you can decide to tip on top of that if you want
to.
Bar service and specialty dining. So that would be like the extra pay restaurants. And then anytime you order something from the bar, and if you look at your ticket, you'll see it. And that also includes with like Ben and Jerry's or
right. Correct.
Any kind of venue that's extra, that's not included. You can look down at your ticket. If you actually look, you can look on your ticket. They've already added.
My favorite coffee shop.
Starbucks.
18%.
They've already added 18%. Prepaid gratuities, again, if you're new, I know, and everybody on here right now knows, can be paid upfront when booked, or you can be charged day by day on board. So, Royal Caribbean, the automatic tip for the prepaid gratuities, $16 or $18.50 for suite guests. And the tips are shared. This is right from the Royal Caribbean website.
That's per person, right?
Yes.
In the cabin.
Per person in the cabin. $16 for regular cabins and $18.50 for suites.
Okay.
Straight from the Royal Caribbean website, tips are shared between dining, bar, and culinary services staff, stateroom attendants, and other hotel services teams who work behind the scenes to enhance the cruise experience. Royal says, in the unlikely event a guest does not receive satisfactory service, the guest may request to modify the daily amount at the guest services on board, will be able to do so until the morning, all the way up until the morning of your departure. Guests who have prepaid will not see a daily charge during their cruise. So, if you have prepaid your gratuities and you are unhappy with your service and you want some of that taken off, you can go to guest services. We have had one cruise in 18 that we did not tip the room steward extra.
That's true.
And it was just really bad service.
And we'll just tell you straight up front, his service was substandard.
It would, I mean, I'll give you an example. I found, the little pins that you use for sewing, the little pins with the end on them. I found those by the edge of the bed, like several of them in the carpet. Thank goodness I didn't find them by stepping on them, but that told me he probably didn't vacuum. And then I don't even think we saw him maybe 1 or 2 times all week.
Sherlock Holmes wants to know, did he plant them there?
Well, to not get a tip?
No,
probably
to
not.
Injure you because he didn't like you.
Yeah, no, I had just started the cruise, so he didn't have a chance to not like me yet. So Carnival charges $16 for regular cabin and $18 for suites per person per day. Carnival says 100% of your gratuities are distributed to the crew who you interact with, such as your stateroom attendants, dining and culinary services staff, as well as others who work behind the scenes to enhance your overall cruise experience. Prepay, your gratuities can be added at the time of booking or any time up to the sail date. And basically, Carnival has the same policy as Royal, that if you're not happy, you can go to guest services and have them removed. Gratuities may be adjusted after they've been posted on the guest account while on board. So some people, though, unfortunately,
they're
dishonest.
They're dishonest. They're scoundrels.
They don't want to tip.
They're scoundrels.
They don't know why they should be tipping. And whether the service is good or not, they will go to guest services and they'll say, we've had insufficient service, take these charges off. I don't know if guest services asks for examples.
They won't.
And they just lie. I don't know. But I'm just going to be honest. That's crappy, people.
Yeah, but you know what? What goes around comes around. So
probably so. Okay. We are blessed enough to be able to go on a cruise. All of us here, if you cruise already.
Uncle Dave.
Yeah. Uncle Dave says, I'm almost platinum with Carnival. I love meeting new cruisers and give them tips and tricks passed on to me from other cruisers. Yeah.
Isn't that what it's all about?
That's what we do for each other all the time.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So and some people may not know, and if you're new to cruising, you may not know, and you can find it on YouTube because the crew has YouTube channels. There are several crew members who have YouTube channels, and they talk about what they make.
Right.
So there aren't laws because they're not based in the U.S., so there aren't like labor laws that tell them they have to make a certain amount, and there aren't work hour labor laws. So over the years, we have learned, and I know that these people who are in the chat right now can confirm it because they've talked to staff member and they've heard it too. These people will work 12, 14-hour days, 6.5 days of the week. They get 4 hours to go import and maybe FaceTime with their family at home. And they do that for 6-9 months of their entire contract. I mean, none of us work 12 hours a day.
They'll go in and refurb their essentials like toothpaste and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying there aren't people in the U.S. who work hard because there's plenty of those.
There's plenty.
I'm saying 6.5 days a week, 12-hour days, not very many folks. So we can all afford it because we're cruising. We recommend that you tip them. Just leave the prepay. We always prepay our gratuities, leave them on there, and then we tip over that. But again, if you have European friends, you might explain to them how these people don't make And then you can blame whoever you want. You can blame the greedy cruise lines. I guess technically it's the cruise line's decision to pay them what they pay them and to make up for it with tips. That happens
from customers,
from passengers. We know that happens.
Well, they've got businesses that are in the States that are doing that now too. So
yeah. Yes, Scott. On Norwegian, our floor worked 14 to 17-hour days. Ours did too. And they were short-staffed. They said they hadn't hired back everyone. And of course, we talked to some VP or some assistant something on Norwegian in January, and she flat out said that wasn't true.
Yes, she was with special services or something.
Yeah, she was like the assistant manager for special. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, because our room steward wasn't cleaning our room, and I had questions about.
He wasn't.
Yeah, I had questions about the in-person muster, which she gave us a line of bull about that too. So she Scott, basically I said, this is what our room steward told us. So he's either lying or you're lying, lady. I didn't say that to her, but that's what we said afterwards. We're like, someone's clearly lying. You're either short-staffed and they're having to work 14, 17-hour days.
Yeah.
Or he's lying to me.
They can't both be right.
That's right. Yep. Our floor, yes, I found out the Breakaway is a training ship. Oh, that's the ship we were on.
That's interesting.
Maybe so. I don't know. Their job is to take care of you, but a little extra tip goes a long way, believe me.
There Absolutely. You go, Uncle Dave.
We know they appreciate it. So, yeah. So do we have any Q&A? Everybody here is like regular cruisers. So yeah, what channels do we have? We have Rambling with the Brums. And we have, y'all don't forget about Cindy and go look for her Facebook page, Cindy VK Travel. She's on Facebook as a travel agent.
She is a certified cruise agent.
Cruise certified. Is that what they call it? Certified.
Cruise certified.
And with several different cruise lines. So if y'all don't know, travel agents can take a course by a cruise line. And most of the cruise lines offer their course that educates the travel agent specifically about that cruise line's things,
Cindy's got a PhD in travel.
And in cruising especially, but all travel. Yeah. So they, and then you are cruise certified for that. And they all call themselves, something different. So she's, I know, Royal and, Carnival.
We don't mind tooting her horn.
No,
she's been good to us.
She does a really good job. So Rambling with the Brums, they have a channel. Cruz Vet, he's got his channel, Adventures. And then we talked earlier with those new folks who came on. Warmstrong, was that the name?
I can't read that fast.
Yeah, I'm scrolling back up so I can remember their channel name. Z also has the Z Show Cruise Fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
ZZ Top.
Go check out the other cruise channels. Check them out.
Did you find Warm?
No, I think it was Warmstrong.
Are you still here, Warmstrong? Speak up.
Maybe.
If you are.
Have y'all ever had any problems with being TSA approved? No, Lane. We have global entry though, and I will link the video of how to get global entry. So I think that helps, Lane. That it's a whole nother level. We do not have. What's it called? Clear.
Yeah, we did.
We did not do clear. I'm not sure what the difference is.
I'm not either.
But we did global entry, which is kind of synonymous. It has some other benefits. It's synonymous with TSA pre-check, and so we're always pre-check. And we have our global entry number that goes in any of our flight. It goes on our ticket, our flight ticket. So we go through the quicker line where we don't have to take our shoes off and, completely undress and all that. So I'll link that video down below because global entry has been really good. And we don't even fly to every cruise port, but it helps us save time.
When we've had to, it's been very convenient.
Yes. So, yes, Rambling with the Brums, YouTube.
There you have it.
At Rambling with the Brums.
There you have it.
And at Warmstrong Adventures. Scott knows them.
Yep.
Warmstrong Adventures.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thank you for that. So Crystal says, watching your videos about TSA pre-check is the reason we went ahead and did it. Yeah, it's just, it's really good. It's really easy. Our interviews, the video is kind of funny because our interviews went very differently. Crystal, as you know, little drama.
And she's where I would like to go visit.
Where? Crystal is?
Baltimore.
Oh, Crystal I don't know. That may be her name.
I know, but that may be where she lives.
Lane says, I have a TWIC and my wife got TSA approved, so we'll see.
There you go.
I don't know what TWIC travel. I don't know what that is, Lane. TWIC. Uncle Dave says, I love the ABC Islands vlog. Overall, what is your take on it? That was probably our best cruise ever.
I love Curacao. Our
last one that was Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
I love Curacao.
That was a great cruise. Yeah, and Curacao is probably, and that's what the thumbnail says. You know, Uncle Dave, the thumbnail says Curacao, best port ever. We really loved that day. Yeah, so I would highly recommend.
If you haven't been, you need to go.
Yep, the ABC Islands. You got to fly out of Florida. Cruise out of Florida. So, if you don't live in Florida, you got to fly to Florida and cruise Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So that's what people mean when they say ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Excellent.
She's never been to Baltimore. That's funny.
Dee says, good morning from the Philippines. Hi, Dee. Never been on a cruise, but find it interesting. Would you ever be interested for an Asian cruise? Of course.
Why not?
Yes, absolutely, Dee. Philippines. We had what was he, kind of like a foster child?
He was a foster child. James Albert Acio.
Years ago, we sponsored him while he was growing up.
Do you remember who we sponsored him through? World Vision.
Yeah, World Vision. And he would send us pictures, his
put him through elementary school all the way through high school, and he went to college.
There are a lot of Filipinos, Dee, who work on the ships.
Sherry.
So yes.
Our new neighbors are Filipino.
Oh, they sure are. Chris and his wife. What's her name?
Starts with an S.
Yeah, not Samir.
No.
Shama?
Sheena.
Yes, Sheena. I thought that didn't sound like a Filipino name.
She had a birthday last week, and get this.
Oh my goodness.
Get this. They invited us to the birthday party because I told her husband, they're both nurses. I told her husband that I love Asian food. He says, you ever had Filipino food? I said, no. He said, well, we're Filipino. So come to my wife's birthday and enjoy some Filipino food. Well, something came up and we couldn't make the birthday party.
I got off late.
They live right next door. Yeah, she got off late. So guess what? I sent him a text. I said, sorry, we're not going to be able to make the birthday party. I can't
believe this.
He comes over and delivers
us
food. Authentic Filipino food.
That the birthday girl had made.
Fresh homemade cakes.
Yeah.
And
dessert
I thought,
too.
Oh, wow. I've never had that happen.
So good also.
We thanked him, of course, and then we took a thank you card over. Come to find out, it was her birthday, and she cooked all the food for her own birthday.
She made the food. They had like some family over and friends too.
It was phenomenal.
Anyway, we have great neighbors. We're very blessed in this new neighborhood. Yes. So Mark says, question, never been to Fort Lauderdale. We need a ride to hotel. We need a ride to the hotel. Is that what you're asking, Mark? When we've stayed in Fort Lauderdale, it's very convenient and saves you money one way to stay in an airport hotel that has an included shuttle. So Fort Lauderdale has a north and a south Hampton Inn. We like Hilton brand hotels. We're not a high level, but we're in their VIP program. Speaking of posh, those who think
I like their pillows and their comforters.
We like Hampton Inn, but the Hilton brands is usually what we go search for. And there's a Hampton South and a Hampton North for the Fort Lauderdale airport. The South is the one we stayed in last time we were in Fort Lauderdale, and they have an included airport shuttle.
It was very convenient.
So then all you have to pay for is shuttle from the hotel to the terminal, to the cruise terminal.
Right.
So you save, the one-way transportation. And that hotel had a cruise shuttle that you could sign up for at the front desk. Got to get in early. So right when you check into your hotel the previous day, sign up for the cruise shuttle. And it was like $10 a person.
I think so.
Yeah. It was probably less than an Uber would have been.
Plus we tipped him because he handled our bags.
Yeah. He loaded the bags and all. So yeah, I would definitely say try those Hampton Inns, North and South. North, I think, is a little more expensive. It is now because we were checking on it because we're Fort Lauderdale in
January.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Scott says, I've crossed the border thousands of times without issues. Right. With TSA issues. Yeah. From Canada.
He's our friend from the north.
Yeah. From Canada, not very many issues at all. Mark says, Where do you get a shuttle? Right. I hope we just explained that, Mark. So, or you can do the Uber or Lyft app, LYFT, Lyft and Uber. When we were in Miami last time, we Ubered. It was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So,
and it depends on the day of the week.
Yeah. We're doing a new hotel just for the channel, really, so we can vlog and review a new channel. But if we didn't have a channel, I'd be staying in that Airport South
all the time,
Hampton Inn every time, because that airport shuttle's included.
Well, Crystal,
no Baltimore,
answered my question. No, she's not in Baltimore.
But right, no Baltimore,
and she's never been to Baltimore.
Never been to Baltimore.
Well, I hope to go someday.
Yeah. So Mark says shuttle or cab. Yeah, Lyft or Uber. We've never taken a taxi.
We don't do the cab thing.
Yeah. But sometimes, and you can check online, Mark, they have a taxicabestimator.com.
Yes, they do.
And lots of different towns, they can tell you about what a taxi cab will cost you. And then you can compare it to an Uber cost estimator.
Right.
And a Lyft cost estimator. All that's on.
Do the homework.
Yeah.
Do the homework.
Yep. So.
What's Lane say?
Let's see. Lane says transportation worker. Oh, okay.
There you
TWIC.
go. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
I would ask you, Lane, what you do, but it might be top secret, so I'm not going to ask you.
Okay. ABC. Crystal says ABC Islands in September on Carnival celebration, swimming with the turtle. Yes. Did you find that out from us, Crystal? It was so good on Viator.
That hands down was
amazing.
Probably the best. Wouldn't you agree? The best excursion we've ever done.
The swimming with the turtles, yeah, and it was from Viator.
And let me tell you, and let me tell you why. They picked us up, they transported us, they got us there, got in the water, did the swimming. They took all the digital photos, all the digital videos,
airdropped them to us.
Airdropped them to us on the bus on the way back to the ship.
I mean, everybody in the group. There was like 20 of us probably.
It was absolutely
airdropped
amazing.
it to everybody.
And I remember the narrator was a big German.
Yes.
He's big. I mean,
in the vlog,
muscular.
In the vlog, I put some little snippets from him because he was like funny.
Yeah,
he was funny on the way out there with a thick German accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he's still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Dee says yes. It's tough to be away from family. She's our Filipino hospitality, our neighbor. Yeah, just bringing us over.
You know
the
what?
food
The food was absolutely
from her own birthday party.
The noodles were unlike anything I've ever had before in my life. They were.
Yeah, very good. I'm in a loop. Is it over? No, Mark.
No,
we're still here.
You're in a loop, buddy.
Which celebrity shipped to Alaska? I don't know about celebrity. If Cindy's still here.
Cindy, if you're still here.
Cindy says, if you want to see Glacier Bay, then it would be Princess, Holland America, or NCL.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Cindy's in the travel
house,
expert.
And she is, yeah. Uncle Dave, your new favorite neighbor for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Mike says.
As a matter of fact, I need to put her birthday on my calendar.
Mike says, sailing out of Florida for the first time next year. Book the Utopia. Mike, you're so retired and rich.
No, he's not rich. He's giving his money to Royal.
For sure. He is retired though.
He is retired.
Yes.
More power to you, brother.
What kind of cabin do you have, Mike? You need to spill it. Spill the beans on what kind of cabin you have on Utopia. And the very first
inaugural.
You're saying inaugural cruise. So I'm assuming it's the Utopia's very first. Wow.
Well, yeah. That's what inaugural is.
I know. I just want to make sure there's no misunderstanding. Mark says we have downtown Hampton. Others were booked. Okay. It's still close right there in Fort Lauderdale. It's so close. The airport is so close to the cruise port. It really is that your Uber cost won't be very much. It'll probably be like $11 to $12 because the hotel we've booked now for February is close to downtown. So what trip are you on in January? It is on the Celebrity Equinox.
Yes.
With Cindy, actually.
Cindy.
Our travel agent. Yeah.
We're going to Nassau, Bahamas, Cozumel, Mexico, and back to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
It's a 5-day.
5-night. Yeah.
Yeah, we've never
been on Celebrity.
We've never been on Celebrity, so we wanted to check them out.
And our friends who we did the interview with, who caught COVID it was the Equinox.
Was on the Equinox.
And the way that they were treated, I'll just leave that hanging out there.
You need to go see the video.
The way that they were treated.
That's right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Go check it out.
Made us want to. I just gave it away. Made us want to cruise on Celebrity. So that's when we
You let
booked
the
the
cat
Celebrity.
out of the bag.
I know. Let's see. Lane says pool containers all night. Can't get away from them even on cruises. Cruz Vet. Interior was all I could afford. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm not going to ask. I don't want to know.
I know it was over $1,000.
Oh,
easy. I know it was
easy.
because we saw the ad.
Cindy probably knows, but don't put it out there, Cindy.
Inside cabin was over $1,000 per person. But you're cruising alone, so go for it, and you can write it off for the channel. Woohoo!
Right.
My wife asked which celebrity in January. My bad. Oh no, that's okay, Lane. Yeah, it's Celebrity Equinox. Mark, you're welcome. Hubby and I are looking forward to it. Us too, Cindy.
Oh yeah, they're going to be with us.
Yes, in January.
I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
We're going to be with celebrities.
I know.
Ooh.
First time on Celebrity.
Our first time on Celebrity and our first time
with
cruising with a celebrity.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, okay. Well, that's all the questions for now. Thanks, y'all, for joining us.
What a great show.
Yeah, and we're at an hour and a half, so I guess we can let people go eat dinners now. Thanks for joining us. We hope we didn't get too controversial. We didn't really argue, so that's good because I edit all those out on the vlogs when we're arguing.
She does a good job.
Because we're both type A. So we'll have the camera going and he's like, lower the camera. And I'm like, well, I'm short. Then you can't see me. He's like, well, I'm tall. You can't see me. So we're arguing. I'm like, edit out.
I'm gonna get a portable step stool.
For me?
Sure.
I'll just on my tippy toes.
There you go.
Yes. Thanks y'all for joining us. And if you don't know about our Facebook group, go join it. It is all things Wagner Sail Away Crew because y'all are our Sail Away crew.
The crew.
I will link it down below as well as the vlogs and everything that we've talked about. We have vlogs for Symphony of the Seas, Adventure of the Seas, Explorer of the Seas, Wonder of the Seas. We went on her 5th week of sailing. And now Norwegian Breakaway. Do we have any other Royal Caribbean vlogs?
Oh, I'm sure.
I think it's Wonder.
Well, let's leave them with this.
Oh, yeah?
We're doing Ovation of the Seas, September 27th.
Yeah, we got 70, how many days?
We have exactly 75 days.
75-day countdown to Alaska.
Out of Seattle, going to Alaska.
Our first one.
January 3rd, 2024, Celebrity Equinox. And we are going out of Fort Lauderdale on a 5-day. Harmony of the Seas, May 5th, 2024, out of the great city of Galveston, Texas.
Woo-hoo, that's our new booking.
That's our
new booking.
Harmony
Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston.
And it's out of the brand new Royal Caribbean terminal there in Galveston, specifically for Oasis class ships.
And that one's going to?
That one is going to, it's a 7-day to the Caribbean, and we're going to
Costa Maya.
We're going to Cox and Hole, Roatan.
Yeah.
Costa Maya, Cozumel. Yep, back at sea and then back home.
So glad to be on Harmony. We've never been on Harmony.
And let's see, what is this?
Mediterranean then.
September the 2nd, 2024, we've booked, thanks to Cindy, Voyager of the Seas on a 7-night Mediterranean, Barcelona, Spain, out of Barcelona. Then we go to, how do you pronounce that? Valencia, Spain, at sea.
That's the easy pronunciation.
Nice, France.
Nice, France. Ajaccio,
Corsica.
I looked up how to pronounce it one time and I've forgotten.
Livorno, Italy.
And Portofino,
Italy.
And then Rome.
And then home.
So we think we're going to stay an extra day in Rome. So
maybe 2 if I have any money.
Yeah. So if you've ever been to the Mediterranean, join us on our Facebook page and give us all the deets about the Mediterranean. We joined a Cruising the Mediterranean Facebook group, so we're going to be getting a lot of.
We're learning.
Yeah, we got a year. We got a year to learn.
And again, pray for airfare over there and back because I just looked at it and it's like $2,000 a person.
It's going to be like a whole other cost of a cruise.
I'm gonna have to go back to work.
But we got a year to pay it off. That's why we booked out so early.
Amen.
Over a year because this is July and that's in September of 24.
Yep.
Yay! Sherelle's going on Harmony in June.
Oh, good for you.
Yes,
June 24.
We love the big gals. We call them the big girls.
I love Central Park.
The Oasis class gals. Yeah, Sherrill's going. And then Cindy, we're going to the Med in November from Rome to Barcelona. Oh, so we're in September. Okay, I was going to say you give us all the information. We're going before you. Or is it this November?
She's going this
You're
November.
going this November. You
This
can
November.
give us all the info, Cindy.
Yeah, all the deets.
Yes.
Yes.
I will link Cindy's information.
Please
below
do.
Too. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Who else did we miss anybody?
I think we got everybody.
If we missed you, we apologize. Hope to see you maybe next week.
Yes. We'll have to come up with another provocative subject matter.
No, provocation's
no
not
more
good.
provocation.
No.
We're done with
we're
done with that saying. If you're just joining, you have to look back and see what that means, because I'm not going to say it because I'll be charged $100.
$100.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.